Sorry I'm a few minutes late. Thank you so much for joining today's class. This is the last full moon of the year, which is a really great time to reflect not only on this past month and the past lunar cycle, but also the past year. And then once the new moon comes around, we can start to set our goals and intentions for the new year, 2025. So this full moon is in the sign of Gemini, and Gemini is a very curious and playful sign. It has a thirst for knowledge and learning new things, and I kind of think of it as getting bored kind of easily or wanting to move on and learn new things and always stay excited and not exactly entertained, but just this thirst for knowledge and knowing more. So we have a playful power yoga class today. When you are ready, let's get started in a comfortable seated position. Gemini rules the lungs, so we're going to start with a breathing exercise where we'll find an equal inhale and exhale. So I'm going to start with a count of 5, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And then I'll let you do a few rounds on your own where you can maybe increase that count to be a little bit deeper breath, or if it feels better, you can lower the count. So when you're ready, sitting up nice and tall, close your eyes or find a soft gaze, and just begin by taking some deep breaths. And feel your breath filling your belly. Feel your rib cage expand and your chest expand. And then feel your chest soften, rib cage soften, and belly draw back. And the next time you exhale, hold for a moment. And begin to breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then continue on your own for a few more rounds of breath. Breathing from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head. And exhaling from the crown of your head down to the base of your spine. Feeling your breath clearing all the energy channels from the root chakra to the crown chakra. Take one more round. And then return to your natural breathing rhythm. With your next inhale, reach your arms out to the side and up. Bring your palms together and then down in front of your heart with your exhale. And start to rub your hands together, creating a little bit of warmth and heat. And Gemini also rules the hands, the wrists, and the arms and the shoulders. So we're going to just warm up those parts of the body with a little sensory shower by using our hands to massage or rub those areas. So starting with your right hand to your left wrist and the top of your left hand, palm of your hand, just taking that information in with the right hand, kind of scrubbing, and then moving your way up the forearm and around the elbow. And if you can get skin on skin contact, that's really good, but if not, no worries. And then make your way up to your shoulder. Maybe try to reach around the back of your shoulder. And if you're comfortable with it, you can even get under your armpit. And then let go of that side and just notice if you feel any difference between the left side and the right side. And then we'll rub the other side, taking your left hand to rub the top of the right hand, the fingers, the palm, around the wrist, around the forearm, up to the elbow, and all the way to the top of the arm, to the shoulder, and reaching back to the shoulder blade, the upper back, and maybe around underneath the armpit. And then release that, just kind of shake your hands out. And then lower down onto your back. When you get there, reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, lengthen your legs, take a full body stretch. And then exhale, lower your arms down beside your hips. Lower your feet flat on the mat, bending your knees. Take your feet out wide and find a few windshield wipers, letting your knees drop from side to side. Wake up the hips. And then bring your knees and your feet back to center, sitting up for bridge pose, feet about hip-width distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up and overhead. And then start to lift your hips up into your bridge pose. And at the same time, reach your arms back up to the ceiling and then down with palms flat on the mat where your hips were. Then lower your hips down. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead at the same time. And start to flow with that with your breath. Exhale, lift your hips, lower your arms down. Inhale, lower your hips, reach your arms up overhead. 2 more like that. Exhale, lift the hips, lower the arms. Inhale, reach up overhead, lower the hips. Last one, lift the hips up, lower the arms, and then keep your hips lifted, reach your arms up to the ceiling or to the sky, and start to open and close your hands as fast as you can, spreading your fingers really, really wide, and then squeezing to make a fist with your hand. And just notice how it feels in the wrists, in the hands, and in the fingers. And you want to go until your fingers and your hands start to feel a little bit fatigued, and try to go a little bit past that. And then spread your fingers wide and use your left hand to gently pull your right fingers back, pressing the heel of your hand up to the ceiling. Take a deep breath, sending it to your right wrist. And try to relax any tension there with your exhale. And switch sides, stretching out your left wrist. Take a deep breath in. Imagine your breath can go all the way to your wrist. Melting any tension with your exhale. Release the wrist stretch. Circle your wrists a few times in one direction. And then circle them a few times in the other direction. Good. Lower your arms back down and slowly roll through your spine, bringing the hips all the way down. Bring your knees into your belly and make some circles to massage your low back. You could also rock from side to side. Then make some circles in the other direction. And then start to release your feet back down. Bring your hands behind your head. Interlace your fingers. Lift your elbows up to the ceiling. And start to stack your knees either over your hips, or we'll straighten the legs all the way up to the sky. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, lift up off of your shoulder blades, letting all the breath out, drawing low belly to spine, lifting up nice and high. And let's take the right hand through between the legs and reach as far forward as you can. Then bring your hand behind your head. Inhale, lower your shoulders back down. Exhale, lift up off of your shoulder blades, letting all the breath out. Try to stay with the breath out as you reach your left hand through and reach a little bit further, like you're trying to tap the wall that's in front of you. Bring your hand behind your head. Inhale, lower your shoulders. Exhale, lift up. Reach your right arm through, and then lift a little bit higher with the breath out. Hand behind your head. Inhale, lower your shoulders. Exhale, lift up. Bring your left arm through, reach a little bit further. Hand behind your head, inhale down. Let's do one more on each side. Exhale, lift up. Right arm through, reach. Hand behind your head, inhale down. Exhale, lift. Left arm through, reach a little further. Hand behind your head, inhale, shoulders down. Keep your legs where they're at. We're gonna lift up again. And this time, twist a little bit to the right. Try to stay off the right shoulder blade. You can bring your feet closer together so that you can reach your left arm across to the outside of your right thigh. And then again, reach a little bit further. Hand behind your head, inhale, shoulders down. Exhale, lift up. A little twist to the left. Bring your right arm across and reach a little bit further. Try to tap the wall in front of you. Hand behind your head, inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Twist right. Left arm across, reach. Hand behind your head, inhale, lower. Exhale, exhale, lift. Twist left. Right arm across, reach. Back to center, inhale down. One more each side. Exhale, lift. Twist right, reach with the left arm. Lift a little higher. Back to center, inhale. Exhale, lift. Twist left, reach the right arm a little bit higher. And release. Bend your knees and guide them over to the left side, coming into a twist. Reach your right arm out to the side. Maybe bring your left hand to the side of your rib cage and feel your breath. Expand your rib cage on the inhale and feel the rib cage moving on the exhale. One more. See if you can make this breath a little bit deeper than the one before. Then make your way to the other side. You might lower your feet to scoot your hips a little bit to the left and then drop the knees to the right. And either bring your awareness to the left side of your rib cage, or you can even bring your right hand to the side of your rib cage and feel the movement there. Making each breath a little bit deeper than the one before. One more. Good, then start to come back through center with your knees. Bring your hands behind your knees and start to rock and roll, massaging the length of your spine. Do that 2 or 3 times. And then when you're ready, make your way all the way up and around into a tabletop position. With your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Take a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, stretch out your belly, the abdominals. Exhale, round the back. Then notice how it feels in the shoulders, especially drawing the shoulder blades together as you come into cow pose. Maybe a little squeeze there. And then with your exhale, push the floor away, lift up between the shoulder blades. One more deep breath in. And deep breath out. Then back to neutral. We're going to start to lift and lower the heel of the hands. So you'll keep your fingers down and you'll keep the knuckles, the base of the knuckles down on the floor. And it's a really small movement, just lifting the heel of your hands off of the ground. But you'll feel it probably pretty quickly. And just like when we were on our backs, opening and closing the hands, try to go a little bit past when your hands and your wrists start to fatigue. And it feels hard. And breathe through it. Let's take one more breath. And then pause. And flip your fingers to turn back towards your legs. So that the wrists are pointing to the top of the mat. And find some circles. Shifting forward to the right, back to the left and around. Switch the direction of your circles. Good, and then come back through to your tabletop. Lower your forearms down. We'll warm up the shoulders by coming into dolphin pose. So you can bring your hands together, press your forearms down, lift up between your shoulder blades, relax your head and your neck, tuck your toes as you lift your knees off of the ground, coming into dolphin pose. Maybe walk your feet in a little bit. You can bend your knees, try to keep your back, your spine nice and long. And if you want a little bit more, lift the heels up so more weight goes forward into your forearms, into your shoulders. You can also lift and lower the heels, or you can just hold the heels high. But continue to focus on your breath, making sure you're never holding your breath throughout the practice. Let's take one more big breath in. And with your exhale, lower your knees back down into tabletop, hands flat on the mat. Keep your left hand down and start to sweep your right arm out to the side and up for a twist. With your exhale, lower your right arm down between your left hand and your left knee. Tap your right shoulder just for a moment like you're coming in to thread the needle. But with your next inhale, reach the right arm back to the right side and up. Exhale, tap the right shoulder down. Inhale, push the left hand into the floor, reach right arm out to the side and up. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. One more time, exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. This time we'll hold, thread the needle, right shoulder down, right side of the head down, and take about 2 or 3 deep breaths. And press your left hand back down, reach your right arm out to the side and up, and then lower your right hand down. Switching sides, press your right hand into the floor, sweep your left arm out to the side and up with your inhale, and with your exhale, tap the left shoulder down. Inhale, lift and twist, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, tap the left shoulder down. Inhale, lift and twist, and exhale, tap. Notice how it feels in your shoulders. Inhale, reach. Exhale, down. Let's do one more. And then we'll hold this one. Inhale, reach. Exhale, left shoulder down. Holding thread the needle pose. Take a few deep breaths. And noticing if your breath is lower around your belly and your rib cage. See if you can expand it all the way up into your upper back and around your left shoulder. Then press your right hand down, sweep your left arm out and up one more time, and lower your left hand back down. Tuck your toes, start to lift up into downward facing dog. And find a little bit of movement in your down dog to wake up the back of your legs. maybe bending and straightening one knee and then the other. You can get into your ankles by bending and straightening both knees. Then let's hold down dog and maybe walk your feet in a little bit so that there's more weight in your arms. And start to press the floor away and feel your shoulder blades slide up away from your rib cage. And then lower your shoulder blades back down. Exhale, push the floor away, letting the shoulder blades glide away from the rib cage. And then relax the shoulders back down. One more time like that. Exhale, push the floor away. And inhale, relax the shoulders back down. And then start to lift your heels up and walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Coming into forward fold, take your feet out about shoulder width distance apart. So nice and wide base so you can soften your knees, relax your back. Maybe hold on to opposite elbows for ragdoll. And start to sway gently from side to side. Give your head a little shake side to side or forward and back. One more deep breath in and full breath out. Then release your hands down to heel your feet to about hip width distance apart or big toes touching. And with your next inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen your spine. Feel the shoulder blades roll towards each other. And with your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to your heart. We'll move through a few rounds of Sun, Sao, A. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands and step back into high plank. Push the floor away with your hands. And you can choose if you want to keep your knees lifted or you can lower the knees right away. We'll hold this first plank. Always feel free to invite in movement, maybe rocking forward and back or dropping heels side to side. Now let's lower the knees for this first one. Press your hands down and feel them dialing out towards the side of your mat, kind of like you're opening up a jar. And you'll feel that rotation in your arms and all the way up into your shoulders. And then feeling all the muscles engaged here around your glutes, the low belly, even the neck muscles, keeping your head in line with the rest of your spine. Slowly lower with control all the way down to the mat. When you get there, press your pubic bone down. Feel the back muscles lift you up. Roll the shoulder blades together. Cobra. Exhale, lower back down. Press back up really slowly to modified plank and back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees and step or hop it to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step your feet back, high plank. And this time maybe you keep your knees lifted as you lower all the way down to your belly with control. When you get there, pubic bone presses down. Feel the back muscles lift you up. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, press back through either modified plank or straight into high plank and back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend your knees, step or hop to the top, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, hands down. Step or hop it back to high plank. And lower down, either all the way or if you'd like, you could go halfway. Flip one foot and then the other for upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift up and back to downward facing dog. Let's do one more round. moving with your breath, and feel free to take any variation that you'd like. Stepping forward to forward fold, halfway lift, and fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, high plank. Lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale to downward facing dog. And from here, let's lower the knees down and take a child's pose. So you can choose knees together or knees wide. Lower your forehead down to the mat. Arms can reach forward or down beside your heels. Take about 3 deep breaths. And slowly lift back up, making your way into downward facing dog. And we'll hold this down dog and start to lift and lower your heels a few times. And as you lift your heels, feel that weight shift forward into your arms and into your hands. And really focus on pressing down into the base of your fingers so all that weight isn't going right into the wrists. And staying really strong in the arms and in the shoulders. And gaze back at your ankles, making sure they're stacking over your feet and you're not sickling towards the pinky edge side of your foot. You can even imagine pressing your heels in towards each other. Then keep your heels lifted, bend your knees, either step or maybe add a little hop to the top of the mat, pushing your hands down to lift you up. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing mountain pose. And exhale, let's lower the arms down beside the hips for a moment. I'm going to turn to face you so I don't hit the wall. We're going to take an energizing breath with breath of joy. So it'll be 3 sips of breath in through the nose and 1 exhale out through the mouth. And the arms will reach forward with the first sip of breath in, out to the side with the second sip of breath in through the nose, and then all the way up for the last inhale. Then with the exhale, you want to take your feet out about shoulder width distance or hip width distance apart so that you can fold forward and swing your arms back, bending your knees a little bit. Then inhale forward, out to the side, up, and forward fold. So it'll look like this. You can start whenever you're ready and go at your own pace. Trying to fill with breath. Let's do 2 more rounds. Last one. Then take a deep breath in, reach up, and with your exhale, sit back into chair pose. Feel your breath start to come back to its natural rhythm. We're going to hold the legs where they're at, but open your arms out wide and reach your left arm underneath your right arm, wrapping your arms to hold on to opposite shoulders for eagle arm variation. Take a few breaths around your shoulders, your upper back. It might feel nice to drop your right ear to your right shoulder, roll your chin to your chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, making a half circle. You could even make a full circle. Then guide your head back to center. Sit down just a little bit deeper for 1 more breath. And then start to unwrap your arms as you straighten your legs, reach out and up. Exhale, forward fold, come all the way down. Maybe grab your blocks as you take a little step back with your right foot. Come into a runner's stretch, flexing your left ankle to pull the left toes back towards you. Both knees can be bent, and try to encourage your left hip to pull back and your right hip to pull forward, folding your torso over your left leg. Take a few deep breaths here. Then walk your hands forward, lower your left toes down, shifting the weight into your left leg for grounded airplane. Float your right leg back and up, keeping your toes pointing down to the ground and lifting through the right heel. Lower your right toes back down towards the back of the mat. Bend your front knee, walk your hands back a little bit, and start to press down into your feet to rise all the way up into a high crescent lunge. And maybe adjust your stance as needed. Settle in for a moment, feeling grounded in your feet and your legs, and really light and lifted through the arms and through the crown of the head. Take one more inhale, reaching up to the sky. And with your exhale, slowly open up into an open arm twist to the left, reaching your right arm forward and your left arm back. Feel the twist coming from your core, from your center of strength. Lengthening on your inhale, drawing the low belly in, twisting with your exhale. And then slowly unwind, reaching both arms back up to your high crescent lunge. Turn to the right, facing the long edge of the mat, turning your toes out a little bit and your heels in for horse pose or goddess squat. Take a few breaths here, and again, just notice how it feels. Notice how it feels to breathe here. And when you're ready, we're going to start to step the right foot to the top of the mat next to the left foot and reach the arms up to the sky. Then we're just going to switch sides, stepping the left foot out, landing with bent knees in your goddess squat on the other side. Then we'll do that a few times, stepping it forward and then out with the right foot. Step it forward, reach up, inhale, exhale, goddess squat. Inhale to the top of the mat. Exhale out to goddess squat. Inhale and exhale. And you can start to speed it up once it makes sense in your body. Just finding your natural turnout. It doesn't need to be exaggerated. Okay, let's do one more on each side so that we end the same side that we started to the right side of the mat. Holding your goddess squat, cactus your arms if they're not already, and draw the shoulder blades together, squeezing together in the upper back for a count of 1, 2, 3, and then relax. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax. One more time, squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax. Straighten your arms and your legs, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the top of the mat. Left foot turns to the front. Let's stretch that out by flipping the front palm. Reverse your warrior, reaching through the left arm. And then come forward into extended side angle, reaching through the right arm. Lift back up, warrior 2. Straighten your legs. Turn to the long edge of the mat, 5-pointed star. Bring your hands around to your low back, interlace your fingers, roll the shoulder blades together, and take chest expansion. Begin straightening your elbows and lean back a little bit, pressing your hips forward as well. So kind of like a locust pose, but standing. And if this feels okay, we'll take it down into a shoulder rinse, coming into a wide leg forward fold, keeping the hands together and lifting them up away from the low back. You can also have a strap or a towel between your hands, or anything to give you a little more space that you can hold on to. It might feel nice to move your head a little bit. Then start to release your hands down to the floor. Find a few side lunges, bending one knee and then the other. Rock your hips from side to side. Then turn to the top of the mat. Dragonfly twist with the right hand down and the left arm lifted. Make a few big circles with the left arm reaching back, down, forward, up, and around. Feeling that your shoulder blade is gliding. And sometimes if that feels a little sticky, it can help if you bend your elbow to give you more control over the movement. One more big circle around, and then lower your left hand down. Step your left foot back into high plank. Then right hand will stay down as you drop the heels to the right side. Reach your left arm up for side plank on the right. And of course, you're always welcome to keep the right knee down for a modified side plank. Then lower the left hand back down, high plank. Lower all the way down to your belly, however you want to get there. And once you're there, reach your arms back, lift for locust pose. Lifting your feet off of the ground, hugging your heels towards each other. Roll the shoulder blades together, and then release down. Press your hands down, lift back up to downward facing dog, and we'll take it on the other side. So start by lifting and lowering your heels a few times. Staying really strong in the arms and the shoulders. Then lift the heels, bend your knees, maybe add a little hop, pushing the hands down into the floor. Forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands down beside your hips. We'll take a few rounds of breath of joy. Inhale, reaching forward, palms face down. Inhale, arms out to the side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale through the nose, out to the side, reach up. Exhale, out through the mouth. One more. Inhale, reach up. With your exhale, sit back into chair pose. Find a steady breath. And open your arms out wide. Keep your knees bent. Wrap your right arm underneath your left arm this time, holding on to opposite shoulders. Breathing into your upper back. And if it felt good on the other side, maybe play around with some neck movement. Bring your head back to center. Sit a little bit lower in your chair. Take one more big breath in and full breath out. And inhale, press to standing. Reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take a little step back with your left foot this time. Option to grab the blocks under your hands to give you more space. Then pull your right toes back towards you for runner's stretch, shifting the weight back to your left leg and encourage your right hip to pull back and your left hip to pull forward. And walk your hands forward as you lower your right toes down. Lift your left leg off of the ground for grounded airplane. Keeping the left toes pointing down to the ground and floating your leg up towards the sky. Set up for high crescent lunge. So you might walk your hands back a little bit as you bend your front knee, lower the left toes down, and then reach your arms up, high crescent lunge. A soft bend of the knee can be nice sometimes to get the pelvis in a neutral position. And again, encourage the left hip to pull forward and the right hip to pull back so that you feel a stretch in the front of the left hip. Take one more inhale, reach up high. And with your exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach the right arm back, left arm forward. Inhale, lengthen through your spine and up through the crown of your head. Full breath in. and exhale, full breath out, feeling the abdominals draw back towards your spine to support you. Maybe you can even take your gaze back to your right hand. Then unwind, reach your arms back up, high crescent lunge. Turn to the left, facing the long edge of the mat with the toes out a little bit, heels in for goddess squat. And we'll start to alternate. Step it to the front of the mat, reach your arms up, and then out to the right side with the right foot, goddess squat. Step it forward, a little step change as you open up to the left side. Inhale to the top, exhale, squat. Inhale and exhale. Or any other breath that feels good for your body. If that's a little too slow, change it up as long as you're breathing. The next time you turn to the left, hold there, goddess squat. And then spread your fingers wide, cactus your arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together. 1, 2, 3, relax the shoulders. With your breath, inhale, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, and exhale, relax. One more time, inhale, squeeze. 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax the shoulders. Press to straighten up into 5-pointed star. Turn your right foot to the front of the mat, left foot parallel to the back edge, warrior 2. Stretch it out by flipping the front palm, reach up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Back to warrior 2, straighten your front leg, turn your feet to face the long edge of the mat, 5-pointed star, hands to your low back, interlace your fingers, chest expansion, exhale, shoulder rinse, coming down into your wide leg forward fold. Take a deep breath here. And release your hands down, lifting up to fingertips or blocks. Find a few side lunges, getting into the inner hips. And bring your hips back to center. Turn to the top of the mat. Plant your hands, or left hand down. Right arm will reach up for your dragonfly twist. Make some big circles with the right arm reaching back, down, forward, up and around. Making sure that even though the arm is doing a big movement, it's coming from the shoulder. So the shoulder is finding its full range of motion as well. Then lower the right arm all the way down, hand to the mat, step the right foot back, high plank. Take it over to the left side for side plank on the left. You can always drop the left knee down, reach the right arm up, and then lower the right hand back down, high plank. Make your way all the way to your belly, however you want to get there. Locust pose on your inhale. Reach your arms back, lifting your feet, rolling the shoulder blades towards each other. And relax back down. Press your hands, press up, high plank to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more inhale and exhale. We're going to go through that sequence one more time, adding a few things on, taking a few things out, and you're always welcome to do what we did the first time through. So when you're ready, inhale, lift your heels, exhale, bend your knees, and then hop your feet about halfway up the mat. And as you do that, focus on your arms and your hands pushing down into the mat. Then hop your feet back to downward facing dog, push your hands down into the floor. Hop your feet forward about halfway, pushing your hands down, hop your feet back. Go a few times at your own pace. And then this time, hop your feet all the way forward, coming into forward fold at the top of the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up, mountain pose, and exhale, come right down into chair pose. Open your arms out wide. Wrap the left arm underneath, either holding on to opposite shoulders, or this time taking a full eagle bind, wrapping the forearms, and maybe even the hands, lifting the elbows up, and your hands a little bit away from your face. You can keep your legs where they're at in chair pose, or you can start to shift the weight into your left foot. Lift your right leg up and over your left leg for eagle. Hugging your inner thighs towards each other. The right toes can kickstand on the ground or on a block, or they might float or even wrap around your left ankle. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good, then unwrap everything, lowering the right foot down. Reach your arms out to the side and up. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold all the way down. Option to grab your blocks. Take a little step back with your right foot. Pull the left toes back. Runner's stretch. Then walk your hands forward. Lift the right leg. Grounded airplane. High crescent lunge. Bend the front knee. Lower the right toes. Reach all the way up. Inhale. With your exhale, come into either open arm twist, or this time maybe bring your hands to heart center. Lean forward to keep your spine nice and long, and then take a prayer twist by hooking your right elbow to the top of your left thigh. And just take a gaze down, making sure that when you do that, your left knee doesn't drop into the center, but it stays centered over your ankle, and even pressing into your elbow a little bit. Good. With your next inhale, come back up through high crescent lunge, then turn to the right, goddess squat. Let's take a few side to side squats, stepping forward and then out to the left, forward, out to the right, forward to the left, forward to the right. One more time on each side. Then we'll hold right foot stepping out, goddess squat. And this time, open your arms out wide, a soft bend of your elbows and your wrists, kind of like you're holding onto a really big beach ball. And we'll start to pulse the arms back. So it's like you're pressing something back with your arms and just letting them naturally bounce back to center. This is kind of the movement that you do when you're moving your clothes in the closet and you're trying to move all the hangers out to the side. Pressing your arms back, and then just let them bounce back to center. Feel it all the way up into your shoulder blades. One more breath here. Then inhale, press to straighten. Exhale, warrior two. Stretch it out, reverse your warrior on the inhale. Extended side angle on the exhale. Back up to warrior two. Hold your arms out to the side this time. And we'll start to bring the right hand, the back hand, all the way forward, like it's gonna reach your left hand. And you'll notice it'll stop at about shoulder distance apart from each other, but try to reach your right hand a little bit further towards your left hand, and then open it back out to the side. Exhale, bring your right arm around, feel it in your shoulders. You bring your hand all the way to your left hand. And then as we speed that up, inhale, open out. You might even add a little clap with your right hand against your left hand. Inhale, open, exhale, clap. Inhale, open, exhale, clap. Inhale, open, keep your left hand where it's at. Make the right hand meet it. One more time, exhale, clap. Open your arms, warrior two. Straighten your front leg, 5-pointed star to the long edge of the mat. Bring your hands down and around. Switch the grip of your fingers as you interlace them at your low back. Roll the shoulder blades together, lean back, chest expansion. Exhale, shoulder rinse. Come down into your wide leg forward fold. Keep lifting your hands up away from your low back. Roll the shoulder blades together. And then release your hands down. Come up to your fingertips, take a few side lunges. Then hold, bending your right knee, walk your hands over to the left side. Really reach through your right arm. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And bend your left knee, walk your hands next to your right foot and reach through the left arm. Relax your head and your neck. Take a deep breath. And then come back through center, turning all the way to the top of the mat. Dragonfly twist with the right hand down, the left arm up. Find a few big circles, reaching back forward and around. Good. Left hand down, step the left foot back, high plank. Take it into side plank on the right. Left arm up. Lower the left hand down. And this time, let's lower the forearms down into forearm plank. Right forearm down, left forearm down. And then press right hand down and left hand down. 2 more like that. Right forearm down, left forearm down. Right hand down, left hand down. 1 more time. Right forearm, left forearm, right hand, and left hand. Lower all the way down to your belly. Locust pose. This time maybe you bring your hands around your low back and interlace your fingers, just like we did standing. As you lift your chest, lift your feet, roll the shoulder blades together, and lift your hands up away from your low back. And then release your head down. Let's stay here for a moment before we do the other side and take more of a passive stretch. So you can wiggle a little bit to the left side of your mat and reach your right arm out to the right side, about in line with your shoulder to come into open wing pose. Roll to your right side so that your left hip lifts off of the ground. And you might kind of scissor your legs, or some people like to bend the top knee, the left leg. Anything that feels comfortable just to hold you here. You can play around with the angle of your right arm if it doesn't feel good straight out to the right side. You might slide your arm down a little bit closer to your hips. See if you can slow down your breath a little bit. One more breath here. Then roll back through center on your belly. Lift yourself up and scoot to the right side of your mat. Reach your left arm out to the side, rolling onto your left side. Find a comfortable position for your legs. And just breathe. One more breath here. Then roll back to center on your belly, hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up and back to downward facing dog, and we'll finish up with the last side. So begin to lift and lower your heels as the first option, or lift your heels, bend your knees, hop about halfway up the mat, and then back. Hop halfway up the mat and back. Pressing your hands down into the floor and really lifting the hips up. You can keep your thighs hugging in towards your belly. And then step or hop all the way to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Open your arms out wide. Exhale, wrap the right arm underneath the left. Either hold on to opposite shoulders or wrap the forearms. Lift the elbows up, hands away from your face. Shift the weight into your right foot as you lift your left knee and cross your left leg over your right leg, hugging your inner thighs towards each other. Squeezing everything to the central line of energy. Feeling the arms squeeze together, the legs squeeze together. Then slowly unwrap your legs, unwrap your arms. Take a big breath in, reach up. Exhale, let it go as you fold forward. Take a step back with your left foot and pull your right toes back for runner's stretch. One deep breath here, in through the nose and out through the nose. Walk your hands forward, grounded airplane, float the left leg back and up, and just one breath here. High crescent lunge, bend your front knee, lower the left toes, reach your arms up. Bring your hands to heart center, taking prayer twist to the right, or you can stick with the open arm twist that we did the first time through. One more breath here. Then unwind, reach your arms back up, high crescent lunge, turn to the left, goddess squat. Then a few times step it forward, out to the right, goddess squat, forward, out to the left. One more time on each side so that we land with the left leg stepping out, goddess squat, hold here. Open your arms out wide, a soft bend of your elbows and your wrists, and we'll pulse the arms back. Letting the shoulder blades pull together and then release. Steady breath in and out through your nose. Good. With your next inhale, press up to 5-pointed star. With your exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach the right arm back. Exhale, extended side angle, reach the left arm forward. Inhale, back to warrior 2. And we'll start to pull the left arm, the back arm, forward, all the way to the right hand. And give it a little clap. Then open your left arm out to the back. Exhale, forward, clap. Inhale, open. Exhale, forward, clap. Inhale, open. Exhale, clap. A few more times like that. One more. And then open up, warrior 2. Straighten your front leg, 5-pointed star to the long edge of the mat. Let's take one more shoulder rinse here. Hands around to your low back. Interlace your fingers, roll the shoulders together, and take it down into your shoulder rinse. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose. Then let it out through your mouth. One more time like that. In through the nose, letting any heat out through your mouth. And relax your arms down. Lift up to fingertips or blocks. Bend your left knee. Walk your hands close to your right foot. Really reach through the left arm. Relax your head and your neck. And then lift your hips up and over to the right. Walk your hands to the left. Reach through the right arm. Back through center. Turn all the way to the top of the mat. Dragonfly twist, left hand down, right arm up. Take a few big circles. Notice how it feels. Then lower the right hand down. Step the right foot back. Side plank to the left. Right arm up. Lower the right hand down. Lower the left forearm down. Right forearm down. Press the left hand into the floor. Right hand into the floor. Left forearm down, right forearm down, left hand down, right hand down. One more time like that. Left forearm, left hand, right hand. Lower all the way to your belly. One more time, locust pose. Maybe you interlace the fingers and switch your grip. Lifting your chest, lifting your feet. And then relax. Press your hands down. And this time press all the way up to a kneeling position. And you can choose if you want to take a toe squat, sit back on your heels, or you can stack your knees over your hips to take that weight out of your legs, or you can sit in hero's pose. We're going to focus a little bit more on the arms with one more little movement here. So take your arms straight out to the side, about in line with your shoulders, and just start to make some circles forward. Start off with small circles, nice and controlled, and let your circles get a little bit bigger. And then a little bit bigger, but still controlled and strong in the shoulders. And then start to make your circles a little bit smaller, maybe a little bit faster. And then pause for a moment, take a deep breath in, reach the arms up, then exhale back out to the sides, palms facing down. And then start to switch the direction of your circle. So now you're making circles back. And again, start off really small. And then get a little bit bigger, maybe a little bit faster. And start to make your circles small. Maybe you're feeling it in the arms now, and they really want to lower. Take a few more deep breaths. With your inhale, flip the palms, reach up. Exhale, let the arms melt down. And then roll your shoulders a few times up to your ears, back and down. Good. Just shake out your arms. And then let's lower onto our backs to take a quick shavasana, a few breaths just to soak in the practice. Coming into any comfortable position. You could stay seated, you could lay on your back. Anything that feels really nourishing for you right now. Wherever you're at, close your eyes. Find a focused awareness. Just following your breath or noticing how you feel. Allowing a few moments for silence and stillness. With your next inhale, begin to reach your arms back up overhead. Take another full body stretch. And then exhale, relax your arms. Bend your knees. Roll onto one side and press yourself up and around to a seated position. And just pause here for one more moment. Maybe bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly, feeling your breath. Notice how you feel. Giving space to anything that's there. And gently blink your eyes open. I'm going to come a little bit closer. I hope you're feeling wonderful after that practice, connected to this Gemini energy and as well as the full moon. And now that you've taken this time to be really mindful in your body and with your breath, it's a perfect opportunity to sit down and connect more deeper with that full moon energy and reflect on this lunar cycle and as well as this whole year, and look at what successes you had, what difficulties you had. Start thinking about anything that you want to let go of for this new year coming up. There are some journal questions, journal prompts in the chat or in the description below, and you can take a look at those if you have some time to do self-reflection. Take a moment to do that. And if you have anything you'd like to share about your experience with this practice, anything you liked, please drop it in the comments below. Yeah, and if you are interested in more classes, I have a website, moonphaseyoga.com, and I will be doing a New Year's giveaway soon on Instagram. So you can check that out. My Instagram is @moonphaseyogamethod. And I'll be giving away a few free months of my online yoga subscription. Other than that, I hope everyone has a happy holiday and a wonderful new year. Thank you so much for joining me